We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Lawmakers in Annapolis are considering changes to a new juvenile crime proposal ahead, why it could make it harder for some young people to face criminal charges. As local police departments face a shortage of officers, some are blaming changes to the state's police accountability laws for a drop in new hires. And Baltimore County schools make major cuts. Coming up, what that means for classroom sizes. That's ahead. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with a major announcement this morning from Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott about the opioid crisis and its impact on the city. He says the city has signed on to a statewide settlement with Walmart over its alleged role in the opioid crisis. Scott says the city's portion of the settlement expected to be just more than $7 million. Now, Scott says, in part, with these funds, our city will be able to invest more in addressing the ongoing problem of opioids here in Baltimore. It's another busy day in Annapolis. Lawmakers are considering changes to a new juvenile crime proposal that could make it harder for some young people to face criminal charges.
So what we're envisioning is that a police officer takes them directly into a diversion program. It's certainly a lot more than we're doing right now.
What you're seeing over and over as the bill gets watered down more and more is that there are no real tangible boundaries around the system.
Well, the Senate is expected to vote on a new version of a juvenile crime bill today. Olivia Dance is in Annapolis with a closer look at the proposed changes and the fallout. Olivia.
Well, Democrats are making it clear that juvenile crime is a top priority in this current legislative session here in Annapolis. But in the weeks since first announcing the bills, several changes have been made. The Senate is expected to vote on its new version of a juvenile crime bill today, and the House version moving forward is expected to come up for a final vote later this week. Right now, kids under 14 can only be charged with violent crimes like rape, murder, and carjacking. The original bill called to expand that law, allowing juvenile offenders 10 to 12 years old to also be charged with animal abuse, firearm possession, third-degree sexual offenses, and car theft. But now in the House, that list much shorter, only requiring kids accused of stealing a car or having a handgun to be sent to a diversion program for their first offense. Delegate Luke Clippinger argues requiring participation in these diversion programs is enough to change behaviors.
I think that we are providing that first step, and by saying if this doesn't work, okay, well, here's the juvenile jurisdiction that's there.
The Senate version of the bill is similar, except it requires the child in need of supervision petition to be filed when a juvenile between 10 to 12 years old steals a car. Some Republicans view the changes as a compromise, but others, like Delegate Robin Grammer, argues accountability is being stripped from the bill, and he worries about what kids might do next.
I think the Democrats have really been jawboning the accountability word, and I think what you're seeing over and over as the bill gets watered down more and more is that there are no real tangible boundaries around the system. After
both the House and Senate vote on their versions of the bill, it's possible that a conference committee will form to work out the differences between those two versions. For now, reporting in Annapolis, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Police and prosecutors argue that people are taking advantage of the state's youth crime laws, knowing that juveniles either won't be caught or won't face serious charges.
Kids get out of the car, and the minute you stop them and you pull them aside, the first thing they say to you is, "Are you going to call my mother?" Because they know they're not, they know they're underage and they know they can't get in trouble.
I think one of the things you see criminal organizations able to use juveniles and to say, hey, nothing's going to happen to you in the first place, so we're going to direct you to do that type of behavior.
And that brings us to our question of the day. Should juveniles face criminal charges for stealing cars? So far, 99% of those who voted say yes. Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote to weigh in. Happening today, testimony continues in the high-profile murder trial of the man charged with killing Baltimore City police officer Kiana Holly. Elliot Knox faces a joint trial for Officer Holly's murder and the murder of Justin Johnson, who was killed just hours after Holly was ambushed. In court Wednesday, the state played a recording of Knox's interview with police after he was taken into custody. One of the detectives who conducted the interview testified that Knox admitted to being there, described the guns they had, and gave investigators his co-defendant's name, Trayvon Shaw. He faces his own separate trial. Making national news today, President Biden will tour the southern border. He left D.C. about 30 minutes ago en route to Brownsville, Texas, in the Rio Grande Valley. GOP frontrunner Donald Trump also in Texas. He is expected to speak in Eagle Pass. Immigration has become a central concern of the upcoming presidential election. Taking a look now at four other stories making national headlines. Top left congressional leaders reach a tentative agreement to prevent a government shutdown, but it still needs to be voted on. Top right today, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin will appear before lawmakers on a hearing on his lack of transparency over recent hospitalizations. Bottom left, firefighters continue to battle massive wildfires in the Texas panhandle that is just 3% contained as of now. And bottom right, a much different scene on the West Coast where a second winter storm, look at this, causing blizzard conditions. 11:06, and here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, a second person has died following Tuesday's row home fire in Highlandtown. A 22-year-old who was pulled from that home died Wednesday at the hospital. An 8-year-old was also killed in the fire. A third person, a 13-year-old, was injured and is of now still listed in critical condition. Trending number two, we are learning new information about the takedown of 6 suspects, including 2 juveniles, accused of committing at least 80 violent crimes across Baltimore City and Baltimore County. According to Attorney General Anthony Brown's indictment, all but one of the suspects were under 18 when the crimes began. Trending number three, the Baltimore County School District makes $104 million in budget cuts. The cuts mean the elimination of 255 teacher positions. The change means larger class sizes in middle and high schools, while class sizes in grades 3 through 5 will be reduced. Trending number four, there will be a ribbon cutting ceremony this afternoon outside Red House Run Elementary School. The school just underwent a $66 million renovation that expands student capacity and nearly doubles the school's square footage. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Don't shower in a thunderstorm. That's a warning we all got as kids. But is there real cause for concern? My husband stands by this. The science that has experts saying yes. And after finding beef with salty customers, Wendy's is walking back its planned surging pricing. Coming up, the change the fast food chain is making and why some say that's no better. But first, the FAA calls out Boeing. The new timeline the feds are demanding for changes to be made.
And a brief burst of winter is back here in Baltimore. We're enjoying sunny skies today, but it doesn't feel that great. Temperatures are technically in the upper 40s, feels more like the 30s because of the blustery winds. Now, coming up in a couple of minutes, I'll let you know exactly how long this cool down is going to last and what to expect for the weekend, too. That's in a few minutes on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 now, taking a look at your social stream. The Federal Aviation Administration is giving Boeing 90 days to come up with a plan to fix its quality control issues. It is the regulator's latest push for safety improvements after a plug door blew off a Boeing 737 MAX 9 jet mid-flight in January. According to the agency, the plan must incorporate the findings of the FAA's ongoing audit into Boeing's assembly lines and suppliers. It must also include the findings from a report published Monday that found employees feared retaliation if they were caught reporting safety issues. Not good. All right, here's what you have to say about that. Only shareholder payouts matter. Quality, safety of customers doesn't even register with U.S. corporations. Then you've got another. Dylan says, good, safety should be top priority. Will it be now? Wendy's says its new dynamic pricing plan is being misconstrued, claiming it does not plan to increase menu prices at peak times. The fast food chain says its new digital menus will allow restaurants to change offerings and prices throughout the day, but it claims it was never the idea that prices would go up during the lunch hour rush. Wendy's says any shift in pricing would be to offer discounts during slower times of the day. Here's what you're saying about that. They will still do it, but change the message. Prices will go up at base level, and then we get offered small discounts during slow periods. Another one saying, what did they think was going to happen after Americans have already been price gouged for 3 years straight by the food industry? Wasn't going to be received well. AMC Theaters is rolling out 3 new versions of its viral Nicole Kidman pre-show commercials. The fan favorite Kidman commercial has been parodied on Saturday Night Live, even turned into a meme. 3 new 30-second ads will begin rotating in theaters nationwide starting this weekend. I guess I got to get to the movies more. I don't know what this is. Brian says, honestly, she's so mother for this. I look forward to her commercial every time I go to the movies. I know her monologue word for word. All right. People going to be leaving the auditorium asking random strangers, which Nicole Kidman intro did you get? All right, I've got to get caught up on a lot of things. I didn't even understand that language. Still ahead, could a 4-day work week become a reality? We'll take a closer look at the results of a recent test and how companies are responding.
All the oversight boards and all the impediments and stipulations, if I was a young man, I would not choose law enforcement.
A former officer says if given the chance again, he'd pick a different career. Coming up, why some are blaming changes to the state's police accountability laws for a drop in new hires. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. It's 11:15 now, and we're back with a live look over Towson. You see that camera shaking? Windy out there. Cold, windy start to the day, but the sun is starting to warm things up, though not by much. Coming up, we're going to check in with meteorologist Amy Aronson for a sneak peek at your weekend and when we will see some milder temperatures return. Police departments across the state are struggling to hire officers, and now some are pointing to policies in Annapolis, which they claim are making it less appealing to be an officer. Shannon Lilly brings us one former state police officer's perspective on the drop in recruitment. Shannon.
Well, to put this in perspective, here in Baltimore City, the police department is down almost 600 officers, according to the latest data. In fact, we're going to pull up the exact numbers right here on your screen. That is 584 officers short in Baltimore City. In Baltimore County, they're down 262 officers, and Prince George's County is down 384. Retired Maryland State Police officer and U.S. Marshal Johnny Hughes believes that may be due in part to the drastic changes made in Annapolis in 2021. The Maryland Police Accountability Act of 2021 repealed most of the officers' Bill of Rights, which protected police acting out their duties in good faith. Now Hughes argues that protection has been stripped.
As a police officer, you can lose everything you have. They could take your home, your finances, all the oversight boards, and all the impediments and stipulations. If I was a young man, I would not choose law enforcement.
This legislation is not a step in the right direction, it's a leap. This legislation creates civilian oversight at every level of the administrative disciplinary process.
So as you just heard there, supporters of the law say it is absolutely necessary to build the public's trust in police. But Hughes wants lawmakers to ride along with police officers so they can experience firsthand the impact of their action. Reporting from police headquarters, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Coming up today at 4, debate in Annapolis over the Senate version of the juvenile crime bill. Our team is at the State House bringing you the latest developments. Then at 5, day 3 of the trial for the murder of Baltimore police officer Kiana Hawley, the new testimony from court. Plus, more questions over the handling of ARPA funds in Baltimore. New at 6, the latest report confirming previous reports of misspending. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Time now for today's talking point. The largest ever study of a 4-day work week ends with most companies sticking with the program. The 6-month study included 61 companies in the UK. Workers clocked in 4 days a week and they worked normal hours. So 32 hours a week instead of 40. And they were given the same pay in exchange for promising to deliver 100% of their usual work. After 6 months, 89% of companies taking part in the study said productivity was the same as if workers had been there 5 days a week. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. What do you think?
I think people are going to start thinking this is a controversy because we do this one every other.
Every time there's a new study. Is your mic on, or is this you already worked 4 days this week? You're not working the 5th one? That must be what it is. All right, we're going to move on from 60s to a blizzard in upstate New York. We've got to see what that is all about. Very interesting. Meteorologist Amy Aronson has a look at your wild and wonderful weather. Amy.
Yeah, let's head north. They had the same cold front move through there. For us, of course, it just knocked down our temperatures. For them, it sent them this mess. They are getting snow there, and this actually is ongoing today. This was the extreme blizzard conditions occurring in the Syracuse area yesterday. And here's another look at the extreme blizzard. Of course, you can't see much of anything there. I think technically they're looking down at the highways. Here's another image from Buffalo. This was late last night. Almost 70 degrees to snowfall. So a big shock to the system for a lot of folks across the country as that cold front moved through. That very powerful weather maker moved through our region too, knocked down our temperatures, kicking up our winds a notch today. So it is breezy behind this front, but for us, we're of course not dealing with any snow. Snow showers ongoing to the north there. They still have some snow showers there today, but for us, we're actually drying things out. We've got sunshine as high pressure moves overhead both today and tomorrow too. Next weather maker moves in as early as Friday evening now, setting us some showers at that point. Rain will be ongoing through Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. So rain now to start off your weekend, but it looks like we'll dry things out nicely as we head into Sunday. Sunday, little cloudy to start, but it should be another nice mild day with clouds giving way to sun at that point. Looking at your weekend weather shows mostly cloudy conditions on Friday. Actually, a mild day ahead of us with highs bouncing back into the low 50s for the start of March. Even milder Saturday and Sunday. I did throw that risk for rain showers in there on Saturday. They're out of here by Sunday, so Sunday definitely the pick of the weekend with highs in the mid 60s at that point. Looking ahead at our temperature trend, it shows temperatures will be nice and mild for the start of March. Yes, it's chilly today, but the 50s are back Friday and Saturday, and then the 60s will follow both Sunday and Monday. You can also see that warm up coming in our 10-day forecast. After a chilly day today, the 50s are back and then the 60s, and it looks like we'll stay in the 60s for the first full week of March. We've also got another chance for some spring rain showers coming up. That would be Wednesday into next Thursday. Patrice?
I love the warm-up coming. Still ahead, when will they hit peak bloom? The National Park Service gives its best guess as we approach the Cherry Blossom Festival. But first, if you are traveling for spring break, be wary of new baggage fees. Which airlines are raising prices? That's coming up. And a big night of all-new TV. First at 8, it's Next Level Chef. Then at 9, it's an all-new Farmer Wants a Wife. And then stick around for Fox 45 News at 10. And the late edition at 11. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. Spring break will be here before you know it. But if you're flying somewhere, it may take you a bit longer than expected to get there. A new report ranks BWI Thurgood Marshall the worst airport when it comes to delays. The report by Captain Experiences ranks BWI first on the list of most frequently delayed large hub airports during spring break. Now, the report finds about 34% of departing flights at BWI are delayed by 15 minutes or more, with the average delay coming in at about 54 minutes. Your return trip may be better, though. If you're flying into Baltimore, it's better. 22% of arrivals are delayed, with the average coming in at 56 minutes delayed. Now, if you are traveling, it's getting more expensive to check your bag. JetBlue, United, and American recently raised the cost of checking bags. Time now for your lunch break. We are getting our first guess as to when DC's famous cherry blooms will look like this. Always so beautiful to get down there. The National Park Service is made the announcement less than an hour ago. So, when will the trees hit peak bloom? Dun, dun, dun. The official prediction, peak bloom is going to fall between March 23rd and the 26th. That is right in the middle of the National Cherry Blossom Festival, which begins on March 20th, and that runs through April 14th. It always brings a ton of people down to the Tidal Basin. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Sorry, Patrice, maybe we should let the kids play their music out loud. Coming up on Be More Lifestyle, what health experts are saying about headphones and earbuds, and they're putting our children's hearing at risk. We'll get into it next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with activist, motivational speaker, comedian, Big Fred, who's celebrating a birthday, and meteorologist Amy. In the building, and it's Big Fred's birthday, everybody. Yeah. They got the cake. We're going to cut it up. Now, don't freak out. Your calendar is not wrong. It is February 29th, and that might sound strange because this year, 2024, is a leap year. Our calendar has 365 days, but it actually takes 365.25 days for the Earth to orbit the sun. Get this, the institution of a leap year adds an extra day in every year divisible by 4, but only in century years that are evenly divided by 400. That means the year 2100 won't be a leap year. So, okay, I have a headache.
That's too much math. I don't understand the thing you just said. It's too much math, bro.
So, to clear it up, your birthday actually was yesterday, so that's not confusing.
My birthday was yesterday.
What's your thoughts on this leap year stuff?
Okay, birthday boy.
When I was younger, it was a woman in my school that told me that I was a leap year baby when I told her 28th, because she didn't get to listen to all that math you just said. So she didn't know. So like, for
and
the
she's
first,
teaching?
Yeah,
oh,
so like 10 years of my life, I'm telling everybody that my birthday is on the leap year. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lord.
I had no idea, but
she didn't know,
Nah, she didn't. I would be 7 today if my birthday was on that.
You'd be
You're a good-looking 7-year-old.
Yeah,
wow.
So, Amy, you're the genius. You know how this stuff works, the plant and the orbit and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You understand all this stuff?
I mean, a little, but it's still a lot of math and a lot of numbers. I heard you talking about it this morning on the morning show, and I was like, it's too early for all that nonsense. But yeah, it is cool that it's a leap year.
And Lady T, I mean, again, Lady T, I always think of you, not to say I don't think you're deep, but I always think of you more of the fun girl. But you also like this whole leap year business, right?
I mean, it's okay. I just feel like this is the day to really make a lot of mistakes because no one's going to remember it. It won't exist. It won't exist next year. It won't exist the year after this. So make all your mistakes today, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay?
And did we say it was Big Fred's birthday yesterday? Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Were you ever told that you shouldn't shower during a thunderstorm? Whether or not you follow the rule, you might not know if it's legit. As it turns out, there is a reason behind it, because even if you're inside, the electricity produced by a lightning strike can travel indoors through your plumbing system. Now, I was going to say that now. I didn't know this one. I didn't know this one. Did you know? I wasn't raised with this one. Like, you can't shower during a thunderstorm.
This is a rule in my house.
Oh, it's a hard rule?
During a thunderstorm, I'm a meteorologist.
It was a rule.
I'm a little expert.
Really? So wait, why?
Lady T?
No.
Okay, so we did not know. Y'all knew. So fine, we could have died. We
Why was this a rule?
Because you get the lightning can be transferred into the water.
It comes through the water?
Yeah.
Oh, that is scary. I would never do that.
How do we not know? Our parents did us a disservice.
You know what? Because I was too busy hiding. I don't do thunderstorms. I don't like rain. I don't like thunder, so I'm too busy hiding in my room. I don't do none of that, y'all. I'm sorry. So I wouldn't be showering at that time anyway.
Okay. It was a rule in my house till I got my own, so don't worry about it. You know, it was cool. If it's thunderstorming and I got baby girl, I want to take a shower.
Exactly. And I think the focus was our moms telling us, like, turn the water off. You don't pay the water bill. Like, turn the water off. You're going to take a shower at this point of the day. You know, so I was just like, okay, I'm not going to shower, during that time.
In our house, so you can do anything during anything.
You can do anything.
Thunderstorm. We couldn't even move, okay? All right, so let's go on to our next. Story. All right. Now, we want you to tell, do you shower during the thunderstorm? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks, all right? Now, a new report warns more young children are using earbuds and headphones, and that's putting them at risk of developing hearing problems.
Yeah.
A national poll from the University of Michigan found 2 in 3 parents said they had kids ranging from 5 to 12 years old that used earbuds or headphones regularly. At least half of those parents say kids use them for at least 2 hours a day. Health experts say children that young shouldn't be exposed to bouts of long noise for more than an hour. Now, it's so crazy. It's even on you have it on your phone. You can say, and I know many of us ignore the warnings, because I know I do. It'll be like, you're in danger. You've been listening to the loud
yours
thing.
says that?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't even say that. My phone don't care about me like I thought it did.
So, as a new mom, are you going to control this,
I
Amy?
guess I didn't even think about it.
Something else to add to the list.
Add to the list. She's only 5 months. I have time. She's not wearing
When she
headphones.
listens to hip hop, everybody has to listen. Big Fred.
By then, just put the parental control. They had a parental control of the volume. So you
good.
There you go.
Good to know. The expert.
Big Fred, you work with young people all the time.
Yes.
Do they blast? They still blast music back in those days?
Everything. They blast everything. Yeah. What? and if they aren't, they rapping it so loud that you might as well. So,
that's
Lady
true.
T, you have younger boyfriends. Are they listening to rap?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
In the car,
I caught that. Okay, no, don't try to play me. But no, seriously though, honestly, I play my music loud all the time. So that's probably why I have to turn my IFB all the way up sometimes, just because I know, like, I listen to loud music, so my ears are already damaged, probably.
And
What'd you say?
When you put your makeup on. And also the gaming thing, too. Kids are playing games all the time, too.
Oh, yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
that's true,
again,
too.
Big Fred, always great to see you. All right, happy birthday.
Belated birthday. What flavor is the cake?
Thank you. Yes, that's a great
It's yellow
question.
cake.
Oh, okay, that's that giant.
You can take it home.
Okay. You got you basic cake.
It's the thought that counts.
I got you. It was on discount.
They don't even say your name. They don't even say your name on it.
It's a public health crisis in America's youth. The school-based curriculum teaching students the dangers of vaping. We'll talk about that. But first, America Steals and Deals shows you the device that makes sure you have plenty of space for all your favorite photos. Stick around. We got a great show coming up.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Memory full. It's a dreaded notification for many thanks to device loaded with photos and videos. Today, Julie Moran has a deal on an easy-to-use accessory that will solve your problem in a snap. Here's America Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
There is nothing more frustrating than when you want to take a photo and your phone says, storage full. Oh, and it always happens at the most inconvenient times. I was just at my godson's wedding and I took hundreds of photos. If I had had the Click Free Pro, I would have loaded them onto this and gifted him one of these as a keepsake of his special day. And the Click Free Pro can store thousands of photos and videos while fitting easily in your hand. You know, other storage options they're bulky, they're expensive, and sometimes you need other accessories to work with different devices. Well, this has a port. Look at this. Look how easily that went in for each device. So you can use it with your laptop or your tablet. It's light and it's a great deal. The Click Free app, this is really cool, allows you to scan old photos so they don't sit on a shelf or a box anymore. And also, this is really cool. I love this little carrying case. It's cute. They come in lots of different colors, just perfect. Right now, we are offering 50% off. Did you hear what I said? Get this, 50% off on the Click Free Pro. So I want you to head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. And believe me, these are going to go very, very quickly.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Truth Initiative.
E-cigarette use remains a public health threat among youth and young adults, with more than 2.1 million middle and high schoolers currently using e-cigarettes. Joining us to discuss the youth e-cigarette public health threat is Amy Taylor, Chief of Community Engagement at Truth Initiative. Welcome, Amy. How are you?
Thanks for having us. I'm well, thank you.
So what has been your experience with using the Vaping Know the Truth curriculum?
Well, you said it at the beginning. It's staggering numbers that we have more than 2.1 million high school and middle school students who are vaping. And of those young people who are vaping, many of them are vaping regularly, which shows signs of addiction. And it's really no surprise how we got here. These vapes come in kid-friendly flavors like grape and cherry and contain high levels of nicotine. So young people are becoming addicted pretty quickly. At the same time, we have a rising youth cannabis rate, where over the last 2 decades, the amount of young people using cannabis has increased 250%. And so this is alarming, which is why we have a school-based curriculum to help solve the problem.
And how has that curriculum really helped the students and also helped you?
Well, the curriculum, it's called Vaping Know the Truth. It's free for every school in the country. We have already educated more than 1 million young people about the dangers of vaping, about how the tobacco companies have marketed to them, how addictive the product is. And in fact, this year, because of the rising use of cannabis, we created 2 new modules to address this issue. And the good news is that we've seen a declining rate in young people who are vaping nicotine, but still 2.1 million young people is alarming, and we need to keep ensuring that this information is out there.
And so where can we go for more information about Vaping Know the Truth and resources to help our young people?
Yeah, to get access to our free proven curriculum, just go to truthinitiative.org/curriculum.
Thanks so much for joining us with this powerful information, okay?
Thank you so much.
Sure, take care. Still ahead, she's been out of the public eye since Christmas. Coming up, Lady T shares what we're learning about why there's been no sign of Kate Middleton. Where is she? And one of the world's most recognizable couples sheds light on their love life. No, it's not me and my wife. Lady T is ready to break it all down, coming up as she spills the tea. Love that color. And it's time to spill the tea this Thursday. Lady T's in the house.
Hey, fellow tea sippers. All right, here is your tea. All right, so more Diddy lawsuits are being filed. Diddy's former producer, Rodney Jones, is accusing him of sexual misconduct, sexual harassment, and grooming. Now, he says Diddy forced him to watch a video of Stevie J having intercourse. He also says Diddy didn't pay him for most of his producing work, which was most recently for Diddy's The Love album. Now, Diddy's son, Justin, is also named in the lawsuit. He's accused of soliciting prostitutes and underage girls to be at his dad's house for the parties. Now, two of the women that were named in the lawsuit came forward after seeing their images in the legal claim, and they want to clear the air. So TMZ reported they say that they are falsely identified as being underage. They're currently both in their 30s, so even if it was at the time, it was like their late 20s. And one of them is Justin's girlfriend. Now, Diddy and his son are both denying the allegations in the $30 million lawsuit. This is crazy. I just feel like Diddy keeps getting hit with these lawsuits constantly. I'm getting a little nervous, Mark. I don't see this working out too well for him. What are your thoughts?
It's just weird. One is the girlfriend. That's kind of...
Yeah, Justin's girlfriend is one of them.
Like, we're 45 years old. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But I'll have more tea for y'all on that. Okay, up next, you guys. The people want to know, where is Kate Middleton? So the royal family announced that Kate had abdominal surgery. That was around mid-January. She remained hospitalized for like 2 weeks. Then she had like home recovery. Now, she has not been seen outside since Christmas. The internet was like, where is sis at? Can I get a proof of life photo or something? Many conspiracy theories have developed since then about her condition. One journalist said that there were some post-op issues, and there were some reports about her being put in some induced coma. Now, a palace source denied all those claims and told People magazines that she continues to be doing well, she's progressing, but she won't return to the public eye until after Easter, y'all. Listen, the internet had me like just falling out because the BBL claims, I think, is what really took me out also, Mark. You know the internet is crazy. They were like, yeah, she probably was getting a BBL, but no, I think she has a serious issue, and we gotta take it seriously.
Now, you surprised me with that one.
Yeah, I know, because the internet is crazy. All right, up next, you guys, the J-Lo documentary is giving us the tea that we need. In her recent documentary, she said her husband, Ben Affleck, he supports her dreams and doesn't want to stop her, but that doesn't mean that he's comfortable with being the muse. Now, while she can't get enough, he can, okay? J-Lo revealed the reason behind their first breakup in 2002. She said they had a big wedding planned, 14 ushers and bridesmaids, and then 3 days before the wedding, they crumbled under pressure. She said their private life was under a lot of scrutiny. J-Lo said that she felt like she lost the love of her life, but now 20 years later, they are married. She said he still is not comfortable with them posting about the relationship online, especially her, but he is fine with the occasional post on social media of them. So he's also a silent partner in her documentary, but hey, look, it works for them. I can't even be mad at this point, okay?
Yeah.
I was like, but I felt like we knew he was uncomfortable with it. He doesn't like being
grumpy.
But he has the best memes though. The best memes of him are like circulating around the internet. So, but they're in love. It works for them. Congrats, J-Lo. You got the ring, girl. You are Lord of the Rings, okay?
Wow.
All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
And now it's time to sip on all that weather with Amy Aronson. What's up, Amy?
Let's take a look at what's happening in Florida. They actually got the same weather maker we did. That cold front reached them. Kind of rare a cold front gets that far south, but it did. Here's a look at that cloud passing through. This was in Pace, Florida yesterday, and a few drops of rain with that. Here's another look at that same system. This was in Mobile, so a little more to the north, but still kind of unusual for a front to get this far south and usher in that cooler air too. Cooler air has taken over a good part of the country. You'll notice the coldest stuff is to our north and west, but we are feeling that chill here too with temperatures in the low 40s. Plus, it's windy, making it feel even cooler than that. So a little brief reminder that we are still in winter today for the final day of February. Not much happening for us on the weather map. We've got some snow showers to our north, though, because that system, behind that system, coming into northern and western parts of Pennsylvania and also upstate New York, where they got a lot of snow from this system. For us, no snow, but we will continue to dry things out with high pressure in control. That's going to allow us to actually start to warm up as early as tomorrow for the start of March. And then here comes our next weather maker. A new round of showers pushing in Friday evening, overnight Friday into early Saturday, lingering now through about midday on Saturday before clearing out of here, allowing us to dry out and stay mild for the remainder of the weekend. Here's a look at what that means for your weekend forecast. Low 50s ahead of us tomorrow for the start of March. Plan on showers Saturday. Saturday, the better of the 2 days for indoor plants with highs in the upper 50s. Sunday, better day to get outside. Temperatures back in the mid-60s at that point. And then we are looking at a nice mild first week of March. We're in the low 50s starting on Friday, upper 50s Saturday, and then the 60s will follow both Sunday and Monday and actually continue into much of next week. You can also see that warm up coming in our 10-day forecast. Breezy and definitely colder today. We are tracking some rain showers on Saturday with highs in the upper 50s. And then the 60s take over starting on Sunday and taking us through much of next week with another shot at some showers Wednesday into Thursday.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Spax, Feeney Rails, 1-800-PAC-RAT, and Daltile.
Chip Wade and Catherine Emery, seasoned home improvement experts, are here to show us ways to make your new build or renovation easier, inspired by items they saw at the National Association of Home Builders show in Las Vegas.
Can you tell one of our favorite things to do is walking these trade show floors? Are you doing the moonwalk?
I'm trying to, not really doing a great job. But instead of getting all of our steps in and burning calories, the trade shows are all about finding amazing products. Here, design and building is present on the floor. Let's talk about a category that everybody can relate to in their home, which is railings. Now, historically, railings, the cheapest option is kind of wood railings. They're fast, but they can deteriorate and become a structural problem over time. What I love is aluminum railings that will last the test of time. These are from Feeney Rails. I love these. The different colors, the finish level is really top notch.
This resin here with the beautiful designs on it, the metal, they even have glass. You can really personalize it. And from what I'm hearing now, indoor and outdoor, you do a ton of builds. And I didn't realize how important finding the right fastener really is.
That's right. So fasteners is really what holds everything together in a structure, and these are called power lags from Spax. Now, you might have seen smaller versions of Spax screws before, really high quality. They're not going to strip out. They have the nice type of bit right here that actually never strips out, which I love. But what these power lags do is they hold multi-ply larger timbers together and even trusses. So what this is going to do is give you the confidence that your build is going to stay together. These are also fully certified for IRC, so you can have no hesitation for putting these bad boys in your next build. All right, let's talk storage and moving. You've heard of 1-800-PAC-RAT before.
Absolutely. This system is so smart. It's a high quality container, gets dropped off, you fill it up, they move it from place to place for you. Now we're at the Builder Show. Talk to me about how it can help our pro contractors.
So what's really interesting is they're using the technology of convenient storage to actually now come to the job site. So imagine you can fill it up and have a weather resistant and secure storage container either on the job site or even off site.
1-800-PAC-RAT for residential and commercial,
That's
right?
You can find these guys at 1-800-PAC-RAT/business to find out more info.
All right, now this next one, kitchen backsplash, it's always the focal point, but Daltile really excites me because this is real stone and glass tile backsplashes.
So what's amazing about a backsplash is it's one of the fastest ways of making a huge difference and impact in the kitchen, and everybody can relate to that. What Daltile has done recently is they've come out with what's called per-fit mosaics, which basically are already pre-cut to a standard backsplash height, which makes the installation go so much faster. We have all this stuff up for you guys at BeTheBestHome.com. Great luck this year on all your projects.
Finish with the moonwalk. We'll see you next time.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a warning we've heard since childhood. Don't shower during a thunderstorm. The reason behind it, you might not know about.